What if I told you that being lonely is just as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? Not as a metaphor, not as an exaggeration, scientifically, biologically, measurably deadly. Right now, if you have been feeling alone for too long, your brain is waiting for a single sign that someone cares. And when that sign never comes, something inside you quietly starts to change. You start watching life happen from behind a glass wall, present, but not really there. You walk through crowds of people every single day, surrounded and yet completely alone. Everyone around you seems connected. Everyone seems to belong somewhere, and you are just there. You sit in the same places, you go through the same routines, but something feels permanently missing. And the worst part, you cannot even explain it to anyone, because from the outside, your life looks completely fine. You scroll through other people's lives and wonder why theirs looks so full, while yours feels so empty. But here's what nobody tells you. The longer you stay in that state, the more your brain physically changes to keep you there. Your brain cannot tell the difference between being lonely and being in physical danger. They activate the exact same alarm system. When you feel socially isolated, your brain floods your body with cortisol, the stress hormone, and puts you into a constant state of high alert. Your threat detection system becomes hypersensitive. You start seeing danger in situations that are not dangerous at all. Someone doesn't text back, threat. A friend cancels plans, threat. A stranger looks at you too long, threat. Your brain has essentially become a threat detection machine, and it's running on overdrive 24 hours a day. The more isolated you become, the more your brain begins to distrust other people. This is not a character flaw. This is neuroscience. You desperately want connection, but your own brain is sabotaging every single chance you get. You misread intentions, you assume people don't really like you, you pull back right when someone is trying to get closer. And then the loneliness deepens and the suspicion grows. It becomes a trap that gets harder to escape the longer you stay in it. But it gets even darker than that. Chronic loneliness has been linked to a physical reduction in gray matter in your brain. The areas responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and empathy literally begin to shrink and disconnect. This is why people who have been lonely for a long time often describe feeling numb, flat, like nothing excites them anymore. It's not weakness, it's your brain physically losing the hardware it needs to feel fully alive. The lonelier you feel, the less capable your brain becomes of doing the very things that would help you feel less lonely. And while all of this is happening to your mind, loneliness is also destroying your body from the inside out. When you're lonely, you don't just sleep less, you sleep worse. Your brain stays partially alert all night, scanning for threats that are not there. This chronic sleep disruption accelerates aging at a cellular level. Scientists have found that lonely people have shorter telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. In simple terms, loneliness is aging you faster than you realize. It's not just hurting how you feel today, it's stealing years from your future. And every morning you wake up exhausted, defeated, and more disconnected than the day before. The cycle just keeps going deeper. So what do you actually do about it? First, understand that getting out of this is not about forcing yourself to become a social butterfly overnight. It starts with one small moment, one low-stakes human interaction. A smile, a conversation with a stranger, a simple hello. Your brain needs evidence that people are safe, and you have to give it that evidence one tiny moment at a time. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Your brain will never feel ready. It's wired to see threat. You have to act before the feeling catches up. Take the action first, send the message, make the call, show up, and let the feeling follow the action, not the other way around. Because the moment you sit across from another human being and let yourself be present, something in your brain begins to shift. The threat signals quiet down, the cortisol drops, and for the first time in a long time, your nervous system begins to feel safe. You don't need 100 friends. You don't need a perfect social life. You just need one real connection to start breaking the cycle. Because your brain isn't broken, it got stuck. And like any stuck system, it can be reset, but only with consistent signals of safety and connection. And the moment someone responds, the moment you feel seen, even for just a second, your brain starts to remember what it felt like to belong. The third and most powerful thing you can do is be honest with someone about how you've truly been feeling, not on social media, to one real person. Because vulnerability, true vulnerability, is the only thing powerful enough to break the biological cycle that loneliness creates in your brain. And when that happens, when real connection finally reaches your brain, those neural pathways begin to light back up. New connections start forming again. Loneliness isn't your personality. It's not your destiny. It's a state your brain got stuck in, and you have the power to change it starting today. If this video hit home for you, leave a comment below telling me one person you're going to reach out to this week. Just one. And if you want more videos on the psychology of your mind and how to take back control of it, subscribe, because there is so much more I want to share with you.